clown world. That's one of Tate's favorite sayings, clown world. On that point, I think I have to agree with him. It is a clown world. When I was younger, of course that's a long time ago for most of you guys, doesn't seem that long for me, you couldn't just get on the news or put anything you wanted to in the paper knowing it's not true, or even believing it may be true. You had to make damn sure it was true, because if you didn't and it come out to be false, they could hang your ass for it. Nowadays, you can just put anything out there knowing it's not true, and it doesn't matter, just to get someone to watch your stuff, or to watch your mainline media news, or to watch your social media. And people have total disregard for the reputation that they're going to ruin. It just amazes me. So I've heard some terrible things come out about Tate lately, or at least they made them sound terrible, all out of context. And honestly, I don't know whether he's guilty or innocent, but I do know that the system could put anything out there they want to. I know that. It's just that simple. Now I'm going to play a recording that supposedly he said. Doesn't sound like him, but I think it was 2015, so it could be him. And I will prelude it by this. I could take some of the recordings I've said to girls, well, not recordings, but conversations I've had to girls when you're sexting or whatever you want to call it. They like that. They want you to do it, and you're both enjoying that. But if you take it out of context, or if you just listen to part of it and you don't know the context, it sounds terrible. So that's what a lot of people have done, especially in the last 6 months. They've taken things he said out of context, and let's just disregard whether he's innocent or guilty. We don't know whether, first off, if he's saying it, if it's his voice. Second, what was the context he said it in? Well, if we back up a little bit, the part about him beating women. That was a consensual thing, even though the woman got on and did 2 videos about it saying that she wanted to do it, and they did that kind of stuff and enjoyed it. They still, mainline news is still saying that there's a video of him beating a woman. Yeah, that is true. There's truth in that, but just enough to cover up the fact that they're trying to make you believe that he actually was beating a woman, not that it was some consensual role play. So the reason this strikes home close to me, as most of you guys know, is I've been through similar situations with false accusations. And if you believe he's guilty and you don't like him, everything that comes out, you're probably believing. So what I'm telling you is try to keep an open mind, whether you believe he's innocent or whether he's guilty. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if he's guilty or innocent. I do know that they can make him seem guilty and find evidence to prove him guilty, even if the evidence isn't real, whether he's guilty or not. So, of course, I'm biased because I'm a supporter of him. I don't agree with everything he says, but his message about masculinity, I believe, is good. It's harsh, it's rough, but I'm telling you what, 32 years ago, when my life hit a bottom, I had this old Green Beret guy who became my mentor. I needed an asshole. I needed somebody to tell me what to do, because I had made such a mess of my life. I didn't need somebody to say, "It's going to be okay, Mark. Come here and let me give you a big hug and a kiss." I didn't need that. I need somebody to kick me in the ass and say, "Mark, do this, this, and this." And I did that, and my life got better and better, and today I have a wonderful life because of that man who gave his life in the best way he knew how to encourage me, to get me on the right path, to do the right thing. So we don't all need buttercups and butterscotches to, little pampered fairies to get us to be a better man. Sometimes you need a rough guy. And that's basically the part he's playing in his videos and his social media content. Anyway, I'm going to play this. You listen to it, and I'll comment on it. This is one of the conversations that supposedly is him. It could be him because it sounds like maybe him, how he would have been when he was younger. I think it's 2015. And the neighbor's working on his car over there. So
you didn't like that I was thinking I can do whatever I want to. That's what it is. I'm the smartest person on this planet.
You didn't like thinking I could do whatever I wanted to. Okay, so what's up with that? You don't know the context that was set in, and what? I mean, I can do whatever I want to. I can. I could tell a girl that right now. I can do whatever I want to because I believe I can. And you should believe that too, that you can do whatever you want to. Now, in context of breaking the law, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about I can do and achieve anything I desire. So how do you know the context that he was saying that in? So they're putting this on her like it's something terrible when we have no idea what it was about.
A voice recording controversial influencer Andrew Tate allegedly sent a woman in 2015.
Allegedly.
That audio, along with disturbing messages reading, quote, "I loved."
Think about how she says, along with disturbing messages. Disturbing. Well, the first one did. Well, let's go on. We'll move on here.
Vice World News published the messages and voice notes allegedly made by Tate. We want to warn you, they may be disturbing.
Now they're coming up. They're disturbing.
Am I a bad person? Because the more you didn't like it, the more I enjoyed it. I loved how much you hated it. Turn me on.
Tate,
Once again, if that's a genuine conversation where he's talking to a woman who he really hurt, then that's terrible. But you have no idea what the context of the conversation is, nor do I. But they want to play it out like he's a terrible guy. Maybe he is, but maybe he isn't. It's just amazing how the news media slants. And I said this last night. Of course, I'm for a certain political party. I don't like politics at all. I'm just for a certain person I think could do the best job, honestly. But if you watch their news, the people that back them, they slant it to the other guy like he's crazy. And then if you watch the other side's news, they slant it like the one that you like is crazy. So you really can't believe any of it because it's all slanted in the direction of the way they want you to view it. And that's what I don't understand about people. You can't make a decision on what's going on here until you know everything. And you know what? You're never going to know everything, nor am I. So whether he's proved innocent or guilty, none of us will really ever know. And regardless of what comes out, it comes out through the media and they chop it up just like that was chopped up. They chop it up and they make it to play out just the way they want it to because they want you to view it a certain way. So take that for what it's worth. We'll see what happens. Whether he's proven innocent or guilty, you will never know, nor will I. No matter what evidence comes out, is it real evidence? Did he really say these things? What is the context of the whole conversation? I think if all of us look back in our lives, there's probably conversations we've had when we were angry or when we were playing role play with our woman or sexting or whatever you were doing that could be brought back and chopped up and made you look like a terrible person, maybe an evil person. So that's something to keep in mind when this is going on here, if you're interested in it. So that's it. Take care. Have a wonderful evening.